Good morning, this is 4046 and it's good to be back. It's been a long time. I am having teething problems with this new camera, which is a bit of a pain in the neck, I must say, and I can only seem to get a minute out of this video, so I might have to look up how to use this, even though it should be exactly like the other one, as it's the same company that make these phones, not phones, cameras. But welcome to this day. It's 4046. It's been a long time since I've made a video. I've had to get a brand new camera, which I'm filming on right now. Hopefully it will last, because after a minute it cut out last time, so I'm hoping that it'll work a bit better this time round. 14 is the name of this video. Those that know me will know exactly what I mean. It's still an issue that makes me pretty cross, but moving swiftly on. There's something in this country called a TV license. Now unfortunately it is just like everything in this country, a tax to watch television. The only problem is it's only one corporation that benefits from said tax, and that's the BBC. But the BBC seems to think that if you've got live broadcast television on a different channel that isn't BBC related, that you need a TV license. So this is about TV licensing. Now there are many criteria to make you exempt. There are many ways of doing this. They will send people around to check that you're adhering to your TV license. You do not have to give them permission to come on site. You can even send letters to withdraw permission. They can call at any time of the day, and it is during the day, and check that you're adhering to what you've agreed to. You have to fill out a declaration and then spend over half an hour before TV licensing will actually answer the phone, as there are many people that wish to be exempt from the TV license. In this country it's to do with whether you watch broadcast television, anything that's live, and the the BBC iPlayer. Now many of these things I do not have. The last 5 years I accidentally broke my aerial cable, and have yet to fix it. So currently I was paying a TV license for 5 years and not really using it. So instead of just stopping the direct debit, I did it properly. I signed the declaration online, and unfortunately in this day and age still had to phone them. I'm covered until October, where I've got to repeat this process all over again, but it's something that needs to go. It's, you basically subscribe for subscription services, which I will not mention here, but we all know what streaming services are. They're all subscription based services. They were trying to charge you for having Netflix, yet Netflix doesn't get any of the money. So it would be time for Netflix to take a stand against the BBC and say stop doing this, because there shouldn't be a need for a tax on watching television, especially if you're adhering to their rules and policies. So until October, where I've got to go through all this yet again, you'll have to have your TV license number, because you're automatically allotted one when you have been paying your license, and then the laborious thing of calling them up. Now it does warn you that at busy times it can take up to 20 minutes, but it was only after half an hour that I finally got through. I believe the telephone number's free because I used it over the internet uh, using VoIP, so I believe it didn't cost me anything as such. So that was a bonus, shall we say. But for now, I'm not paying a TV license. But that is only because I have not. I've done it the proper way. There is somebody that I know who hasn't followed the rules to peacefully, without confrontation, do it, and he's not paid for 5 years. But I will not be naming him. On to the next thing, really. Got several things coming up. I've finally got editing sorted out. I've finally found out editing, so you will be getting more edited content in my videos. Some of them I may redo from some of my earlier videos to refresh them and have things like jump cuts and stuff, because I've always wanted to do jump cuts and it makes things a lot easier to do. I believe that jump cuts involve stitching videos together, so you make several separate videos and then you stitch it all into one thing, and that is pretty much it. I have been gone for a while. As I've said, I've had to buy another camera, as my old trusty didn't have enough battery life in it, and it just, I don't know, it run its course. Nice to get something new for it. I've also found an editing program, and strangely enough, YouTube creators have come in and they've been quite helpful in suggesting what to use. There's free software that I use, and I will be using that later to edit this video. Carrying on from where I left off, I will be doing a lot more videos and possibly trying to find out how to add pictures of things into my videos instead of just holding it up to the screen, because it's not always eligible or legible to read. So my videos will improve in quality, and finally I'll have a way forward. I also bought a 3 terabyte hard drive, which a lot of my videos may start ending up on as the channel increases in size. And today I want to talk about gaming. I have recently bought an Xbox Series X. However, after buying it, I've not even connected it up yet. I've had it almost a month now. I don't know why I'm so adamant to buy one, and then after actually gaining one, not actually connecting it up. And that is basically because I haven't got any Xbox X games yet. But I will start to increase them, because, for example, one of the titles, Space Marine 2, requires, and I do apologise for that, requires an Xbox Series X. Not just Space Marine 2, there's a few other games, but as always with the generations, Xbox One games are still perfectly fine. My Xbox One games collection has steadily grown, but over the X amount of years I've owned it, it's still a relevant console. I think what superseded it was the Xbox Series S, which is disk drive free, so that's not particularly good. What attracted me to the X, even though its price point is quite excessive for what it is, and I think the drive in it is too small for modern games, that it has at least got expansion so you can put other bigger hard drives on it. But I do think in this day and age a terabyte is not enough anymore. You probably need in the region of 5 maybe 6 terabytes. But again, this is something you've got to add. As of last month, there was a newer Xbox X released with a 2 terabyte drive, but again, 2 terabytes isn't enough. I think it's called the Galaxy, and it's got a different case, so you can denote the difference. The case was quite nice looking, but I should have waited really. £50 extra price point to it for the extra terabyte. But I do think that it's got to a point where they're not providing big enough terabyte drives to go into them, as you need so much space now, that if you said 10 years ago you needed a terabyte, people would have laughed. But with graphics and gameplay and engines, the sizes of the games have increased exponentially. I've been playing a lot of older games on Steam of recently, and as an update to Command and Conquer, they have finally fixed the bug that disabled you being able to use Generals. So Generals does now work through Steam, and occasionally when I want to play something a bit retro, then I'll go onto Steam and play my selection of games. The Doom, for example, has last year, Doom 2 got an update called Legacy of Rust, which through their new interface for Doom and Doom 2 is superb, because then you can choose whatever WAD you've got on your machine, or pack file. Is it pack files? Yes, I believe it's pack files. I've not put any mods on my current laptop because I've just got too much to play on there as it is. As well as that, I need to get back to Quake 2 because that's immensely enjoyable. And one of the next things I intend to probably purchase is Quake, because they've done something with that as well. So that will be a nice blast from the past to play. On the horizon is Doom the Dark Ages. I've yet to play Doom Eternal, so I have not even completed Doom 2016 yet. I need to jump back into that and complete it, because I've had it for a long time and I've not revisited it. The same can be said for Fallout 4. There are so many games, and the problem is with modern life, time and full-time employment makes things a bit more difficult. So I'll be updating how I get on with these things. Have you yourself got many games that you've got frustrated with, you've left, and then weeks turn into months, months turn into years? It's sad, because the games are immensely enjoyable, but just get to a certain point. For example, I got the redone versions of GTA 3, Vice City and San Andreas. Now, I played Vice City to death. That was probably my favourite one as a completed. So much of it, percentage wise. 3, again, I played a lot of 3. 3 was more difficult because of the whole gang, families and things in that game, so it made it a little bit more difficult to complete. And San Andreas, I bought it originally back in 2004, but I fell out of love with it. It is superior to Vice City in several ways, and obviously free, but there's just certain elements to it that I didn't like. But I've revisited it. It is difficult in places. I've basically tried to do the 100 spray tags, but without something to actually tell you. There is IGN etc. that tell you where spray tag um, locations are, but I'm still got 96 and there's still 4 to find. I haven't got a clue where they are, because what I think it should maybe do, or maybe have done, is maybe mark it on the map to say where you found them. I mean, one of the things that I intend to look for next is the lucky horseshoes, but I think that unlocks after you've done the spray tags, and all the spray tags get you. In previous games, you've got all the weapons in the game outside your safe house. Now, I think you get armour, a pistol, and an Uzi or something, outside respective safe houses. So it's a bit of a pain. I mean, I do believe some more unlock once you've done the ammunition thing, but I've tried not to read too much into it, because obviously it's all in story mode, and to be honest, it is a good game, but there's some annoying aspects to it. There's a particular mission, and I don't know if it's the last Smoky mission or the second to last Smoky mission, but you've got to chase basically these Mexican gangsters on the top of a train whilst you're on a dirt bike, and Smokey's got to shoot them. Now, even with your bike skill increased slightly, it's such a difficult mission, because you don't get that far to follow it. You've got to be really lucky with it. There's no strategies that I know about currently. If you know of any strategies, then please mention in the comments to this video. I do apologise, but this is probably going to be a longer form video than it normally would be, but there's so much to go through. But saying that, on another update, Eddie Jordan sadly passed away. May he rest in peace. However, he bought London Irish, and London Irish is now being run by his son, with hopes to get a new team in, also have people, fans, take ownership of the club in part, like it used to be. Before his previous owner, London Irish was one of those clubs that was owned by a lot of its fan base, and after a certain player, which will remain nameless, a lot of people boycotted the club because they did not agree with the player in question being hired and playing for the club, even though he was a good servant for the club. Wrapping things up, you'll start to see things like a little teeny tiny bit of editing of my videos, and have the best possible day you can. There will be many more videos coming. I will not have such a long thing going on, but I wanted to come back with the ability to edit videos, so I now have that, and I will be spending the next hour or so editing this one. Tell me what you think, as I've got no idea what I'm doing as before, and have a good day wherever you are and wherever you may be. This is 4046 out.